This is one thing that probably the only thing I dislike about this car. Hey guys, even if the system is going to be so irritating, I can only do one thing. This is the 7th generation Mercedes-AMG SL55 belonging to the same family of cars that you saw in the movie Dil Chahta Hai, wherein Amir Khan was driving one of the older SL55. Also, this car costs over 2.5 crore rupees on road, and if you were to buy it, you would be rewarded with a roaring loud V8 engine. But at the end of the day, the difference in this and all of the previous 6 gens of the SL55 is that this has been developed grounds up by AMG. So what difference does it make to you as a driver? That's exactly what we'll tell you over the next few minutes. Alright, now coming to the car, well, let's talk about the roof first, because of course it's a convertible, and this is one thing that probably the only thing I dislike about this car, and that's the way the roof goes up and down. I mean, it's not the way, but the way you execute that command, because the only way to put the roof down or up is through the touchscreen. You press a button here, go into the touchscreen, and there's a very irritating system wherein you need to slide a slider and then keep it in place for the entire duration that the roof goes up or down. And keeping it in place in itself is a task. So getting this done is very, very irritating. And Mercedes says you can put the roof up or down even while moving at the speeds up to 60 kilometers per hour. But hey guys, even if the system is going to be so irritating, I can only do one thing. Either I can focus on the touch screen, keeping the damn thing on, or I can focus on the road. So the only way you can do it is when the car is stationary. But I think that's pretty much the only rant I have about this car, because beyond that, if I talk about the performance, and I'll talk about the performance first, because this is an AMG, like I said, the 7th generation SL, but it's not an SL55 taken by the AMG engineers and done some fiddling around. No, this is a car that has been developed grounds up by AMG engineers, and as a result of that, it is sporty, stiff, and performance oriented from the word go. It gets a huge 4-liter twin turbo engine. It's a V8, and it is paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power going to all 4 wheels with a 4MATIC system. Of course, the system is rear biased because it's a sports car. You want all the power going to the rear, so only when needed the power is channeled to the front wheels, but otherwise most of the power is going to the rear wheels. And well, one really good thing about this car is the way it sounds, but I will come back to that, and I will definitely make you hear the sound. But the performance, well, right off the line, there is no turbo lag in this car. I mean, almost no turbo lag. It is just ready and raring to go. Mash the throttle down and it lunges forward with a lot of ferocity. I mean, for a car that weighs more than 1.8 tons, the way this thing moves is unbelievable. It moves really, really rapidly. So it's fast off the line. Keep your foot mashed down and it accelerates really hard. It will dispatch the ton in just under 4 seconds if you get a good start and you have good traction. And well, it will go on to speeds just under 300 kilometers per hour if roads permit. So a lot of performance for sure. And in the real world, it is very easy to access all of this performance. It's good to drive. Even when you're driving it in a leisurely manner, just plonk it in comfort mode and you can have a relaxed ride. It doesn't even sound too loud, so you can have a very comfortable and a smooth drive. But that's not why you would buy this car for, right? The reason you're buying a convertible is because you want to enjoy open top motoring, you want to enjoy the loud sound from an exhaust. It's an AMG, so it has to be loud. It has a nice 4-liter engine, so it has to be theatrical. And fortunately, it is damn good theatrical. And all you need to do is that using these rotary dials on the steering wheel, you can change the drive modes. You can also change the gearbox settings and things such as, the suspension settings, deploy the spoiler, do all of that. After that, just plonk it in manual, and this is the kind of soundtrack you can enjoy. Oh. Every time you accelerate, it's got such a throaty exhaust. And what I really like is that every time you downshift, the pops and crackles are just amazing. So basically, it is an addictive car to drive as far as the sound is concerned. Let's get back to the sound again. Brilliant. It is just brilliant. Now with all of this power, of course, it goes really quick in a straight line. But what about the corners? I told you it's weighing more than 1.8 tons, so you wouldn't expect it to be very athletic, but that's not the case. Around corners, this car just dances in a way that is hard to believe. It just feels so agile, so light. The tires have got amazing grip. The chassis is so stiffly set up. The suspension does a brilliant job, and as a result of that, the car just goes around corners at speeds that you would initially not think that it would go around with. Of course, having an all-wheel drive system also helps matters, and as a result of that, this is a car that can go around corners very quick, and you can have a lot of fun with this through twisty roads. So properly enjoyable experience, loud, fast motor and brilliant dynamics. So yeah, I mean, great car to drive, but at the end of the day, the best fun in this car is with the roof down. And well, with this irritating system, all you need to do is go in the screen. You can, like I said, do it on the move. Now I need to keep it pressed. I need to hold it, and well, it takes about 16 to 18 seconds for the entire operation to complete. Looks pretty cool, as you've already seen in the video till now. And once the roof is down, well, the skies and the sound, all of it just looks and sounds better. And this is what you get. Pops and crackles, really amazing. Let's have one more go. Who says money can't buy happiness? Now let me put the windows and the roof up back again, because there's some more talking we need to do. Now first I'll come to the design of this car. Well, the design, the car looks really nice. I mean, when you look at it, it's got a very low slung design, which is what you want from a sports car. It's got this long bonnet, short rear, a proper sports car design, and it really looks the part. The front is menacing, aggressive, and as a result of that, I find it to be really dynamic. It has the poise of an apex predator. That is the kind of look this car has. And you have a retractable spoiler. I personally like it when the car is being driven with the spoiler up. Looks a lot more aggressive, looks a lot more racier. And coming to the cabin, once you get inside the cabin, it's a proper Mercedes cabin, Mercedes-AMG experience. But the center stage is this vertical screen. It's a brilliant unit, very good display, easy to use. The resolution is very nice, and the operation, the response is again amazing. So it's a very fluid screen to operate. So in that terms, again, a very nice unit. The instrument cluster is a fully digital unit, very customizable. You can change the way it looks, and I really like some of the modes. So they give you a very racy feel. So that is again something which adds to the overall experience. The steering wheel, a flat bottom one, gets you good grip, and the seats, again, very good seats. They hug you well, they give you good support. The back seats, well, technically it is a 4-seater, but either you can have kids sitting in there, or you'll have to find a new species of aliens which have really short legs who can sit in there. Because for adults, I don't see how 4 adults can sit in this car. But yes, for short distances, probably you can have someone sitting for a bit. So yes, definitely a car that is meant for a road trip. Definitely you should do a road trip in this car if you own one, and it is a car worth driving. It is a car that's so good to drive that you would want to drive it again and again for no reason, and that's exactly what one wants from a good car. That brings us to the price of this car. Well, at 2.35 crores ex showroom without any options, it is not an easy buy for sure. Considering that it's a convertible only, you can't have it in a hardtop version in India. You can buy it only in this fabric top version. So that means you can't even use it all 12 months. So that's a lot of money for a car that you won't be able to use any and all the time. But for the money that you pay, the car and the machinery you get is just brilliant. It is fantabulous. The way it looks, the way it sounds, the way it drives, the way it just goes is amazing. And the kind of attention this car will get you, well, that is beyond words. So like I said, it's a brilliant car, and it proves that money can definitely buy lots and lots of happiness. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, press that little bell icon so that we can reach you every time we put up a new video, and also share it.